inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Carrier, Eric Kendrick.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
46-yard line.
Second down and 7. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback. Looks on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
2 yards on the pickup.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Rashaan Evans on.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, here's Barkley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
The tackle by
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
40-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Tannehill. On the screen, this is Evans. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this will be out of bounds. downs at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down now, Barkley, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
good for a Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Titans 7, Vikings nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is caught. First pass for Keenan Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That's another.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Herbert operating from the red zone. This is caught, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
To Adam Humphries. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st down, Titans.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. Smith catches left side. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Number 22.
Christian McCaffrey His third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Titans 14, Vikings 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Play action. It's Herbert. Complete. Jefferson the target. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now second.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Herbert now. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's third down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Here's Jackson. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And
they ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Right for the touchdown to extend their lead. Now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Christian Fulton, the rookie, picks it. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
First down and
second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
brings up 2nd and goal at the Vikings.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, it changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup.
Herbert, his third interception. Picked up by Amani Hooker, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. It's Hines. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That would go for 26 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
On first down, it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to get Herbert. Has him knocked free. It's picked up by the Titans.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
A gain of 2.
From the 17, Tannehill. He's caught at the 7-yard line. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Christian Fulton, the rookie, puts it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44. Yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tannehill taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
1st down, Tennessee.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln.
Pipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Hooked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, they sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
At the 24-yard line.
2nd down, here's Eason. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Complete to Saquon Barkley.
On 3rd down, Eason And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Eason. Flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Christian Fulton, the rookie, picks it. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Tannehill. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On play action, Tannehill lines up and lets it go for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
It's a pickup of 3.
Again, it's Barkley.
2nd and 7.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Eason. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On first down, Hines. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A give to Barkley out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. That one 28 yards on the ground. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down.
And 5 at the 10-yard line.
Draw play. This is Hines. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Hines. Rashad Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Eason on 2nd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will get enough for a first down. And that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Hines. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Uncorks one for Davis. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this.
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a
and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.